All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. I'm already in this short right now on NQ. Reasons for the trade: swept previous weekly highs on ES and NQ, and got this huge displacement down. Pretty simple. So, just taking an entry on these bearish fair value gaps here on NQ. We're inside the bearish fair value gap on ES. If you like ES better, but yeah, thought it was worth an attempt. Risking 25 points. So that is where we are at. Actually, I'm risking a little bit less than that. 23 points. Relative equal lows here. It is crazy how we've just been engineering nothing but liquidity on both sides of the market, and we just, for whatever reason, apparently should be support and resistance traders this week. So, all right, took an L there. Yeah, should have known we'd had an 80% retracement. Should have known. Should have known. That's my bad. Okay. We're just going to tank. All right, guys. I'm just going to hop in one contract short again right now. I'm not even going to wait for this thing to inverse anything. I'll look to add to this as well. Stop going above the recent swing high. Just hopped in with one. Looking to add later. 28 point stop. Not about to get left behind. Get fucked. Not going to do it to me today. You'll stop me out before I get left behind. That's the thing. And that's facts on God, no cap. Because I'm expecting this market to be bussin'. You know what I'm saying? How are you planning to add? Great question. I'll know when I see it. I'll know when I see it. If I'm not able to add and it just like dumps in one move, then this is still 87 points. Ideally it'd be easiest if there was like a big inefficiency through this low. Use this as your breaker to get short from. But right now we're just bouncing right at the low right here. Worst case scenario is we sweep this internal low and fly. That'll be worst case scenario. I don't want to add in this area though because we just took this low. Like I want to let price displace lower. Like give us the move, because that adds confidence that we are on side with market direction, and then you can add. Like, yeah, you can add a little bit lower. You still stay in profit. Your average fill just goes down slightly. I don't want to add just yet because there's a slight chance that this could continue up to this high. All right, guys, moment of truth. What do you guys think? I'm not liking the way this is looking, to be honest. On this 1 minute chart, the way that this is looking, hard to think that this wasn't an internal run to keep pushing. I really think this should have been a fast move aggressively through there. My thinking is if we get ran out here, I'm using this as my breaker and I'm longing. You know, it'd be kind of ironic and funny. We had a bullish bias going into the week. Monday and Tuesday, we get a huge, like 100 and some point sell-off in the AM session just for it to not take out any lows on a higher time frame and then keep gradually pushing higher. And then today would be the only day we don't get like a 100-point sell-off in the AM session. Wouldn't that be something? I think that'd be something. All right, guys, hold on to this trade. If we sell off, I'll look to add down here off of probably a retest of this structure. These structure lows should be an order block on a slightly higher time frame. You could consider it a breaker block on this time frame, I suppose, right here. Otherwise, yeah, if we trade above this, I'm gonna trade off this long. Anyway, one other takeaway from this week. So there's groups of traders that like, you know, some of them have rules that like, oh, if I don't trade when there's a lot of high impact news. This is what happens when you don't have high impact news. Days that look nothing like this. Day after day after day. We went over on the night session last night the daily candles and how they're just dojis. Monday and Tuesday. This is what weeks with no news look like. Had news Monday. Tuesday no news, Wednesday no news, very uncommon. Thursday is the only news, no news Friday. Why are conditions poor, you might ask? That's what I would point to. We want volatility. All right, stopped out. So much for that. Gonna long 2 contracts if we pull back down in here. And ride it out, see where we go. Looking long off this. Oh. Screw it. Hopped in. This is the manipulation that took this low. So that's what I would use projections for. Gonna aim for up here. So you could say that our bullish bias for the week wasn't wrong. Sweet. Here's what I'm gonna try to do. If we can trade above this -1 standard deviation, I may take one off and then wait and see if there's a area I can maybe add. But I want to see this number get to 2K first. I'd like to shave off 1K. Yeah, there was a lot. I had some comments yesterday. People are like, "What an idiot! Bearish bias was so clear." These guys are really smart. So I took one off there. So I made back my losses from this morning just with that partial. And what I would want to do, so I guess I'll set my sell stop up here in profit. What I would want to do is like let price pull back, but I want to see it like hold. I don't want to see like deep retracements. Hold this, start displacing higher. I would look to add another contract again. But took my partial right above -1 standard deviation. Partial and close as you guys wish. It's your account. We caught 50 points on this already if you took it. But yeah, getting ready to close this thing. Close enough. Hopped out. Secured 1800, 1785, I think it was. Let me know if you guys took this one. It was an impulse entry. 30 second ended up looking like this. So we were looking at the 1 minute, but this is what the 30 second did. Closed above it, came back. That's where I grabbed my entries, basically right when this candle opened. Well, this standard deviation level got hit, which makes me a little bit less enthusiastic about... Actually, no, I need that one on. It makes me a little bit less enthusiastic about this little unicorn here. I don't know. If you feel confident in it and you wanted to trade this on your own, I mean, it might be worth taking with light risk and maybe see if you can shoot for -4 standard deviation. This is all price discovery at this point, so none of us know. There's no liquidity to really target unless you target the recent high. But there's really going to be no liquidity to target. You just have to use static 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, something like that. -4 standard deviations. Just kind of depends on how big of a range we get today. Again, there's no news, which sucks. But so far this morning, we've already moved 150 points. So a move up to -4 from the actual low of AM session would be damn near 250. That's one reason why I feel like you got to risk a little bit less on these combines if you're not trying to blow them, right? Is because you don't really ever get wiggle room until you get over 3% in profit, or just don't take it and be done for the day and live to trade for tomorrow. Those are all the answers that I would select on a multiple choice quiz. So enjoy your Wednesday, everybody. I'm glad we're able to end on a high note for today's session, and we'll be back at it tomorrow, guys. Peace out.